I've been working on pushing P. I've been telling you guys that. Pushing positivity, thinking about the bright side of things. I don't have to go to work. I get to go to work. I don't have to work out. I have the sound body of mind to be able to work out and to move my body in a place where there will be a time where I can't do those things. I am trying so hard to suppress the cynic in me, and then these things happen. And then I just go back to my old self, which is where I'm at right now. There has been a robbery. There has been, I repeat, alert. There has been a robbery. I don't know how they did it. I thought our safe was locked up. We told the world just yesterday we were not rebuilding. So how did they get inside that safe and take all of our assets and give us nothing back except for a half-eaten packet of Rolos? I don't know, but they did. How did a franchise in complete disarray such as the LA Clippers convince us to give them a guy that we traded away our young piece to get and then courted for an entire year last year? We gave him we treated him like he was Bon Jovi. We asked him what kind of M&Ms he liked. Like, we got him special dog beds for his animals when we found him a home, Norman Powell. We did all these things. We bent over backwards for him. Metaphorically. I mean, maybe not metaphorically. And then after bending over backwards, we basically grabbed our ankles and got fucked by the LA Clippers. Like, grab our ankles, just no lube, just out of nowhere, just come on in. So let's break down the details. Clippers send us Keon Johnson, the number 21 pick in the 2021 draft. Probably going to be a nice pick because Jerry West selected him. A second round pick in 2025. A second round pick in 2025 from the Detroit Pistons. Justice Winslow, a player who has missed nearly half of his entire career. Half of the games throughout his entire career he has missed due to the injuries coming into the league 7 years ago. And Eric, I don't want to be here, Bledsoe. Just let that sink in. Just fully allow that to go inside of your soul, and then imagine you being a fan. And then just like try to process how you might feel about that. And we send them, okay, this is where it gets important. We send them Norman Powell and Robert Covington. What? This was a bounty of expensive mediocrity sent to us on our doorstep. What could we do with that? What do we give up for that? Robert Covington and Norman Powell. Like I said, Norman Powell was the belle of the ball. The Portland Trailblazers drafted Gary Trent Jr., a nice piece, who developed into a bubble phenom. He was hitting at a ridiculous rate from three. He was a young star who had two-way ability. He's now a borderline all-star for the Toronto Raptors, and we shipped him off to get longer, leaner, more athletic in Norm Powell, who's on an expiring, and we paid him. We tried to do everything that we could to keep him, and then less than 8 months later, we just got rid of him for nothing. Nothing. We gave him away for Rolos. Let's talk about Robert Covington. Robert Covington was supposed to be a nice two-way piece, a perimeter defender, which the Blazers so desperately need. And we gave, I forget who, Houston, 2 first-round picks for Robert Covington. Robert Covington and Norm Powell got us a second-round pick. When just Covington, we had to pay 2 firsts for just him. If you're not getting 3 first-round picks or splitting them up and trying to get 1 and 1, 2 first-round picks, Jesus Christ, the level of idiocy. That's all that you can really say. It doesn't make sense. Joe Cronin went on the record yesterday and said the Blazers were not going into a rebuild mode before the trade deadline. This is what he said. No, I do not think we have the appetite to tear it all the way down. We have too many good players, too many ways to get better without taking too big of a step back. And that's a lie. And that's a lie. So let's just fully kind of put this into perspective. The Blazers traded 2 first-rounders for Robert Covington, then they traded Gary Trent for Norman Powell. So in other words, 2 first-rounders and a 23-year-old Gary Trent Jr., who's now averaging 18, 3, and 2, for a broken Justice Winslow averaging 4 points a game, a 32-year-old Eric Bledsoe who had 116 defensive rating last year. What a fucking sieve that guy is. And Keon Johnson, who gets less than 10 minutes per game. And this is the Clippers, who are playing a guy named Amir Coffey in the starting lineup. They've got minutes to give around. And if you're Keon Johnson and you're getting 10 minutes a game, I mean, that speaks volumes. We got Luke Kennard out here hitting game winners. Oh, yeah, and they get the Detroit Pistons second rounder in 2025. This is an outrage. It's not a rebuild if you don't ever build again. What do you do with Dame? What do you do with Dame? You allow Dame to bow out because you've done nothing. How do you sell Dame that you're making the team better by doing this? Oh, Dame, yeah, no, we're just, don't consider it a rebuild, just a retool. We're getting rid of contract space. We're going to go out and try to get a big free agent this summer. Okay, got it. Yeah, you mean the worst free agent destination in America? You mean people would rather go to Toronto, Canada, where they don't allow fans? You probably can't even eat inside of a restaurant without being quadruple boosted? Like, that is a better destination outside of America in America. What are we talking about here? Dame should go. Dame should say, all right, that's enough. All right. Okay. I'm a be out. That's my cue. I don't know. And now you got C.J. McCollum. C.J. McCollum, 6'3", fat, 1 lung, $40 million a year. I'm sorry, C.J., but you know that they did you dirty. And like I've used, the one thing that I will always thank C.J. McCollum for is this line, because I use it all the time. Make it make sense, respectfully. That was the line he coined, and I use it all the fucking time. Please, someone, can they make it make sense? Respectfully. And I hit some people up around the league. Literally just that question. Sent the tweet, Woj bomb, and I said, make this make sense. Respectfully. And their responses, at large, can't. These are NBA insiders. There must be another rabbit coming out of the hat. Are you trading Nurk? Are you trading CJ? I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I just want to say, Dame, I'm sorry. Like, I really am sorry for you. Like, we don't deserve you. And if you think, Blazer fans, that Anthony Simons and Damian Lillard are bringing you to contention, let me just say this. In order to contend, you have to have a top 5 defense and a top 5 offense. And Anthony Simons, for those who are not aware, because I just found this little stat out myself, Anthony Simons is legitimately, statistically, the worst perimeter defender in the entire NBA right now. He stands atop the leaderboard at that. So, world, goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye. I'm headed to the metaverse. No more fandom for me. No sports betting for me. No more sports for me. I'm just going to go and work at a gas station. This might be my last podcast episode. So we should get to some brighter things.